Hello students, I am Digonta Pora, your new chemistry teacher. In previous classes, you have learned about carbon and formation of covalent bond in compounds containing carbon. Okay, you also learn about formation of covalent compounds in some other compounds like oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen. In this class, we will discuss about allotropes of carbon, after that versatile nature of carbon, and then we will discuss about saturated and unsaturated carbon compounds. So first, allotropes of carbon. In nature, carbon can present in different forms. In all of them, carbon is present, but their physical properties are different, and also their structures are different, and those forms are known as allotropes of carbon. There are mainly three allotropes of carbon. First, diamond. Okay, in case of diamond, each carbon atom is bonded to 4 other carbon atoms, forming a network structure which is three-dimensional in nature. The bonds are very strong, therefore diamond is the hardest substance known. After that, the second allotrope of carbon is graphite. In case of graphite, one carbon atom is bonded to another 3 carbon atoms, forming layer structure. So therefore graphite is soft, smooth and slippery. That means since graphite form layer structure, one layer can slip over another. So therefore graphite is soft. And another important allotrope of carbon is fullerenes. In this allotrope, minimum 60 carbons are present, and they form a structure or shape like a football. So we have learned about allotropes of carbon. Mainly we learn about 3 allotropes of carbon. They are diamond, graphites and fullerenes. After that, here we learn about versatile nature of carbon. You have already studied that carbon can form covalent bond because carbon neither gain electron nor lost electron. Since carbon can form covalent bond, so therefore carbon has two important properties. One property is called catenation property and the another property is known as tetravalency. Because of catenation property, carbon can form bond with another carbon. Again that carbon will form bond with another carbon, and this way carbon will form long chain resulting large numbers of compounds. Again, since carbon has 4 valency, that means carbon has tetravalency, so therefore at a single time carbon can form 4 bonds with 4 other atoms. So hence carbon can form large numbers of compounds by forming 4 covalent bonds at a time. So due to these two important properties of carbon, there are large numbers of compounds containing carbons are known. These compounds are known as organic compounds, and therefore to study these compounds, a branch of chemistry is formed, and that branch is known as organic chemistry. Now we will study about saturated and unsaturated carbon compounds. Carbon has a property which is very unique in nature. carbon can form single bond with another carbon atom. Again, carbon can form double bond and triple bond with another carbon atom. Okay? When a carbon atom forms single bond with another carbon atom and the compound formed is known as saturated compounds. Okay? In this case, we can take example of ethane. In case of ethane, you can see one carbon atom form a single bond with another carbon atom, and ethane is a saturated compound. Here the electron dot structure of ethane is given, and you already studied about the electron dot structure. After that, unsaturated compounds are those in which carbon form double or triple bond with another carbon atoms. Here we can take example of ethene. In case of ethene, carbon form double bond and the resultant compound is shown in electron dot picture. Okay, so today we have learned about allotropes of carbon, after that versatile nature of carbon, and then saturated and unsaturated compounds. Thank you.